So, we continue with the antonyms. Now, don't forget that we will have a good number of past questions on our blog. So visit our blog for the past questions where you could have hundreds of questions on synonyms and antonyms to help you, cope with the kind of questions expected of you at both JAMB, WAEC, and the code exams. Now, the antonym of a word is a word that means its opposite. Alright? The word that means the opposite of another is that word's antonym. In other words, when two words are opposite in meaning, they are antonyms. Remember, we said when two words share the same meaning, they are synonyms. We're looking at antonyms, the opposite. Okay. In the dictionaries, they are marked as OPP. Alright? If you look up a word and you see the abbreviation OPP, that is the antonym of the word you have looked up. Now, this is a list of some words and their antonyms. Because, yes, unlike the synonyms, a good number of words have direct opposites. Yes. We are living in a world of polarity where you need to appreciate one thing by looking at its opposite. And a child once asked me, "Uncle, what is the opposite of thief?" The opposite of thief. And all attempt to answer it proved abortive. Sometimes words are not enough, honestly. The opposite of thief. I don't know. Don't even tell me innocent, because that is not the opposite of thief. Don't even tell me on thief, because there is no such word. Like you have life, the opposite is death. You have man, the opposite is woman. There is no such an opposite for thief. And some other person asked me one time, what is the opposite of sorry? And I had to speak in Igbo. I said the opposite of sorry is nto, because that was the much I could think of. Well, yes, these are to show that words are really not enough. And that was why sometimes, if you are following this platform, we had worked on figures of speech, where we tried to put words that try to create expressions for things, ideas that are not captured by words. Now, back here on antonyms, we said that there are some words that are directly opposite. But again, these examples like this are helpful, but you don't rely on them entirely to answer your examination questions. You know why? Context still comes to play. The same things I said about the synonyms, context still come to play. Because sometimes you hear or you get a question where you have similar words. The weather was bright, or the weather was should I say cloudy, and you're looking for its opposite. Then you're giving clear, and you're giving a word such as bright, and you begin to wonder, why should the examination body give you clear and bright at the same time? find out whether bright will be more appropriate with weather or clear. I think clear is more appropriate with the weather. So you see that this kind of a question will put you off balance. You need to be sure of the better word in a particular context before picking the answer, because I know JAMB, for instance, to always give you options that are close, like at least 2 close options that you wonder why they were put there in the first place, right? So your context, your register must be properly considered. So, man has its opposite as woman. Boy, girl, brother, sister, come, go, bind, loosen. Now, let us pause here. A lot of Nigerians will say, I lose, especially the prayer warriors. I bind, I lose. The word lose is actually an adjective. It's not a verb. Alright? The verb form of the word lose or the adjective lose is loosen. Loosen. That is untie, unbind. Alright? My hair is loose. If you've plaited your hair and after a week or 2 weeks it gets loosened, you say my hair is loose. That is an adjective to say the hair is no longer tight. But if you use the verb form, it is loosen. Loosen your belt. So let's take note of that. So bind, the opposite is loosen. Wake, sleep, begin, end, start, stop. That's another thing. Now, what is the difference between start and begin? You might see them as synonyms. Of course, no doubt they are. But the opposite of begin is end, whether it is begin or beginning. If you have, we began at 10, and then you go to the options where began was underlined, and you're given as stopped and ended. The better word, by way of association, is ended, much as they mean practically the same thing. But the word association is beginning and ending, or begin and end. Start and stop, or start and finish. In case you're engaged in a job, you start and you finish. So, rise and fall, beautiful, ugly, buy, sell, attract, repel. Attract, repel, above, below. Aristocrat. The opposite is commoner. Well, some words really don't have so much impact on us in this part of the world because of the kind of life we lead. We don't have a family that is perpetually in leadership. So it might sound a little bit far from us. But then note that the ruling class are the aristocrats, while the ordinary man is the commoner, whatever that means. Okay, so asset, liability, bona fides, and mala fides. So who are the bona fides? Who are the mala fides? You are a bona fide citizen if you've met all criteria for citizenship. Alright? So, if you have not, you are a mala fide. Okay, benevolent and malevolent. Benefactor, malefactor. Efflux, influx. Influx, exit. Influx, entrance, coming in. So, this is just an appetizer. We have questions based on this topic or topics, quite a good number of them, on our blog. Visit, share, and please do refer your friends to that blog, as you stand a chance to earn from there. Visit the blog for past questions on JAMB, WAEC, and all other tests you can think of. Thank you so much for being a part of ISIFE EDUBLOG. And may your guide on English, Martin Ekpa.